Hi. I look like Jeffrey Dahmer. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the first official episode of the Clearance Rack Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, on the rack today, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. KJ, a man of many names, but today we're just gonna call him KJ. What's going on, man?
Yo, thank you for having me, man. I'm honored.
Yeah, nobody else was available, so I'm honestly happy that you could make it.
I figured that when I got the text.
Yeah, if I can keep it real. I mean, I hit Diddy. I even hit Kanye. I feel like, yo, he's mad desperate these days to just go on everything. Sure. But he said, nah, he don't got no time for us yet, but, you know, soon. But nah, honestly, thank you for coming, man.
Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate you guys welcoming me to your platform.
Yes.
And me being the first guest. So
yes.
I'm honored.
I mean, well, that's to be determined. You might get edited if we get a bigger guest. But I mean, for now, we're going to keep that, let that run. Our very first guest, KJ. But real quick, you're in an elevator. You're trying to pitch your brand to maybe your favorite person in the world, your celebrity, you know, person that you think can elevate your career. Give us and the people your elevator pitch of who you are and what you do.
So really, like the clothing is just, you know, the things that I love, right? So fashion has always been one of my passions.
Okay, bro, I'm on like the 5th floor already and I'm getting off at the 10th. You gotta hurry. I said an elevator pitch. You got 5 floors left. Ding. Come on.
Yeah, so Pritty Ugly basically is vintage style that meets hip hop fashion. So that's pretty much what it is.
Give us a brief history of who you are and what you do and what you're best known for.
Okay, so I would say I'm known for being a nightlife promoter. So I do parties, but honestly, it was when I first started. Pritty Ugly was supposed to be something that I was supposed to go with first, right? So I had the Pritty Ugly logo, and I was just doing so well with parties. You know, the money was coming in, so I kind of had to put that on the back burner. Shout out to Jeff, Nightlife Execs, one of my first business partners. And then when we kind of, you know, we split from doing business, I needed a new brand. So I already had the logo made, so I ran with the Pritty Ugly. And
Pritty Ugly.
Pritty Ugly Media was what it started.
And talk about the name Pritty Ugly. Obviously, it's a, you know.
So Pritty Ugly, it really came from, you know, in nightlife, you have monikers or, you know, nicknames. And mine was K Pritty. So they called me K Pritty, more so for like my fashion sense, for my style. Yeah. And
this was back when I met you. You was rocking like FUBU jerseys, right?
I was never rocking
for us
FUBU.
By us. Yeah, no, that was
I was rocking suits.
Carl Kanai. The Carl Kanai suits?
I was never rocking Carl Kanai.
Anyway, I interrupted you. You was back in the day. You've always been known for your fashion. You was talking
known
about
for my fashion. Yep. And I always, honestly, I always was a big fan of Diddy, right? And this is back in MySpace days, right? Damn. So one of my friends was like, "Oh, you're, you know, I'm gonna call you K Diddy," and I was like, "No, call me K Pritty." And when I said that, I changed my name on MySpace, and then everybody just started calling me K Pritty.
Take that. You know what's crazy? I've known you for years, and I don't know if I ever knew that. Like you know, you just hear people's nicknames, and you're like, oh, that's just K Pritty. You know what I'm saying? I think when I met you though, it was Remo.
I mean, it still is Remo. So you know, if you know, you know. So like,
damn, bro, how many names I got to keep up with? I think I got you saved as now. You know, you're a government, which I won't say, but I mean, Remo. I think I knew you as. Then people called you just Kareem.
So first it was Remo.
Yeah.
Then it was K Pritty.
Yep.
And now, well, actually, after K Pritty, they started calling me Coach K.
Bruh.
Right? And then now it's KJ.
Now it's KJ. Yeah, the evolution of your name. So no, that's dope. Let's talk about you. Obviously, you're saying fashion has always been a thing in your life. Definitely. What's your earliest memory of like when fashion started to matter to you, or when you felt like, yo, all right, I'm doing something a little different than other people?
Honestly, when I started doing something different was when I got into promotions. So when I got into promotions, I always looked to try to make myself stand out, do something different.
Yep.
So I would mix things up with like, you know, maybe wear like a trendy t-shirt with, you know, a dress shirt under with a tie on that kind of like complemented each other.
Okay.
You know, so I was always doing different things. I always loved hats. Even when I had locks, it didn't matter if I had a fro or whatever.
Now, people ain't gonna believe that you used to have locks.
I know.
Because you know.
Chill out, Mr. Hairline.
Yeah. I specifically, I should probably do the rest of the interview with my hat off just to stunt with my hairline, but I don't want to make too many people jealous because, you know, it says no hairlines in the building. There's receding hairlines in the building. You know what I'm saying? There's still gray, in the building, not on this head, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry I started talking about myself, but even back then,
so
you were always trying to do new things with fashion.
Always, yeah.
And what was
anything, whether it was with parties, we was always trying to do something different. With fashion, just anything that we did. Yeah.
Now, where did that love for fashion come from? Was it something that you had always, or was it like, did you remember? I know you mentioned Diddy. Was it Diddy that was like, yo, I want to try something different and step out and
Diddy
try to make my own?
was always very fashionable. And he had like a pretty big impact on me. Like, you know, even before parties, I was always wanting to get into the music industry. So I managed my sister, my brother. And again, that was something that I seen that Diddy was doing. Okay. You know, even if you look at his history, Diddy used to throw parties before he did the music industry. And that's actually what pushed me to get into parties.
I see.
Because I figured that was great networking. And it would give me an opportunity to establish myself and get, you know, more known.
That's dope. So now, again, I think our first run-ins were in the nightclub. I used to be on the radio back in the day.
And that's when shout out to my sister Erin Danielle.
Yeah,
that's when she did the what do you call it?
The intros, like the intros for my show. Shout out Erin for sure. And it's crazy because I got on the radio from doing what she did for me. So it's like full circle because I was, a rapper back in the day. You know, won a Grammy.
I still got a mixtape.
I won a Grammy. You know,
I don't know about that.
There's a Source Award. Nah, I didn't even win that. Damn, I won a Price Right Award or something. But back in the day, I got on the radio doing that, and then I started doing parties in the nightlife scene. Like, you know, working on the radio, you gotta go to this party, host this party, and that's where we met. And I remember it back then, it was like, yo, you were like that dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you and Jeff, like, and a couple other people, but like, I remember y'all specifically like running the nightlife scene. Yeah. How did you get into that world and talk about, you know, even, you know, linking with Jeff and then other people in the city? How did that come about?
So actually, when I first started, we started, well, myself, I started at Blue Wave. So I started
shout out to
Blue Wave.
The Wave.
Rob. Yeah, shout out
Rob and Eddie.
Yeah, shout out Henny Rob. But started out Blue Wave, then started doing 360. And then connected with Jeff. And with me and Jeff, the way we kind of changed things was, at the time, you know, people were wearing regular hip-hop gear.
Yeah.
So the way we started Nightlife Execs, we changed the scene where it was like, hey, let's get dressed up. Let's wear suits. Let's wear
So you was responsible for me and Cliff having to go get hard bottoms at Macy's, dressing like we was going to work because we didn't have no style.
I'm Haitian, so I had no choice.
Damn.
I had to wear them shoes, bruh.
Damn, we didn't have no style, so I would like literally go to Macy's, just a dress shirt and some slacks. And bro, I'm ashamed to admit this, but maybe some Durangos.
The Durangos was lit.
Yo, from downtown Crossing. I forget that store over there, but now I look back and I look like Rick James. I wouldn't wear no Durangos now, but. So you was responsible partly for making me look like a fool, but also changing I look like a fool because of my style choices, but you ain't got to co-sign that, but it's okay. But you wanted to bring a different feel to nightlife because obviously we know people was getting comfortable, and I think jerseys was the big thing back then.
Yeah, and like white tees.
Exactly.
Things like that.
4X white tees.
Yeah, I mean, and people were, so the clubs were making you wear shoes, but you were rocking it with like polos. So we're like, yo, let's do something different, you know? And we had a different clientele where we had clientele that they were down to wear that kind of stuff. Yeah. So it made it more exclusive, made it more fresh. So just imagine it's like, you know, like the Rock Boy video. Yeah. I remember that was one of our, actually when you did our first video, that's the video that we used. That's the music that we used.
Damn.
And it was like, that scene was just like, they were having a great celebration. Everybody was partying, bottles popping, beautiful women, fresh dudes. but the guys were all in suits. The women were all in, dresses. So it's like we just reenacted that and just brought something new to the scene.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. And then obviously you kind of transitioned from that period and talk about how it led to now, where obviously you're still in the nightlife space, but you're also trying to like use obviously your sense of style and fashion to start this new venture that you got going on, where you took Pritty Ugly as a name and turned it into a product. Yeah.
So again, Pritty Ugly was always supposed to be a fashion brand. So when the pandemic happened, obviously for nightlife, that pretty much shut everything down.
Damn.
So it gave me an opportunity to kind of pivot. Because, before that, I did want to do other things, but it's like you're already in the motion. And it's like I had so many nights, there was really no time for me to do anything else.
Damn.
So it gave me an opportunity, and, now I'm just taking advantage of it and running with it.
That's dope. So talk about why truckers? What is it about truckers that you wanted to go to and use that as the first product?
So with the truckers, again, I've always been like a lover of hats. Even when I had locks, I used to always wear hats.
They had hats that fit your locks? Your head wasn't too big?
Nah, I used to have truckers.
Oh, okay, yeah, just on the last dot.
Nah.
I mean, I had to I still got to put mine on the last dot. I got a big head, so, but all right. So truckers back then, it was always a thing. I remember, you always used to have that when you weren't in a suit. Sometimes when you were in a suit.
Even with a suit.
The truckers were big. So that was always just something you were fond of, and that's why it evolved into this.
Yeah, and just the versatility with it, right? It's like there's so many different colors, and that's something that I'm big on. You'll notice with my stuff, it's like it's different colors. Like look at what I'm wearing today. I got on pink, sweatpants.
Those are pink? I could not tell. Cliff, could you tell that those were pink?
Jay-Z calls those pink.
Damn.
I think he says
those
fuchsia.
Oh, okay. Is that like that's
I mean, real men wear pink though,
listen,
I'm confident,
I got a little pink on my shirt.
Pink.
Cameron said pink.
I mean, I don't know if I would be able to pull those off.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest.
Probably not.
My legs are super skinny. Don't cut to that angle. So I'm not sure if I could pull that off. But you know what's weird? It's like fashion is one of those things. Like I see those in the store and I'm like, hell no.
Yeah.
You see those in the store, you be like, I can make this work.
I can make it work.
And I think, talk about what fashion is in terms of like how like fashion versus trendy. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you've always been a person who seemingly like had their own unique style, and it wasn't like you were just trying to like wear what was cool.
Exactly.
And where does that come from? And talk about the importance of distinguishing that difference between trendy and like fashion.
So trendy, I mean, again, trendy is like, if everybody was wearing pink pants, I'd throw on some pink pants. Yeah. Style is more unique. It's more something that you own. It's you, right? It's just you being original. So, real basic, nothing crazy. I'm just me. So, like things that I like to wear, I just wear it, and I have enough confidence to, to pull it off. So, some people are scared. They're like, oh man, I don't know if I can pull this off. For me, I like to try different.
I'm scared.
Yeah, I like to try different things, and it's exciting. It's exciting, and for me, I'm creative, so it's kind of like art. Well, it is art.
Yeah,
it's art.
Now there are some misses, and I mean, we don't got the photos to put up of some of the misses, but let's talk about style choices, especially in the mid 2000s, because it's so crazy. Because I feel like this generation, and especially in our generation, like. When we were in our mid 20s, we looked at older people and we were like, they looked older. You know what I'm saying? Like they looked like older people or like adults. Yeah. But now I feel like we've evolved to the point where, mid 30s, 40s, 50s, even 60-year-olds are out here and they're seemingly like stunting. Yeah, like you just said, like they're stunting. And talk about the evolution of style and fashion and how it's become more accepted that like it's not really about an age anymore. Because we're both adults. We're both the old people that we probably looked at when we were 20s. Yeah, exactly. So how was that changing? What do you think led to that?
I think the what led to it is that streetwear is just like it's the thing now. It's like it's the luxury item.
Yep.
Everybody wears streetwear. And before it used to be about, it was more gender, right? It's like, okay, guys wear that, girls don't wear that. But now girls wear that. Girls are wearing baggy clothes. it's so funny. Even when I go to church, right, the pastors are dressed like this.
Damn,
they are not wearing suits anymore. Like
they got on pink pants.
They might not have on pink pants.
Okay.
But they got
He's
on,
not the pastor that got
they got
robbed,
on
is he?
off-whites.
I mean,
they got on hoodies.
Off-whites?
Yeah, they got on the freshest gear. I'm telling you. They have on the freshest gear. They're rocking Balenciaga.
Them big space boots ones?
They're rocking
At the
everything.
altar clip?
Yeah, they're rocking.
Hey, you never know.
Hey,
Yeah, no, they
you're
are.
getting closer to God.
I'm
The
not-
higher
I'm
you
not
are.
mad at it. Oh,
The higher you are.
definitely.
That's why. And do you think that? I mean, I think to me, if I'm trying to like guess at what that is, I think like social media, the internet, and information, and being able to like see a pair of pants online, get them to your house within a week, or some, Amazon might deliver the same day in some cases. But when we were in our 20s, like you said, you look at people like Diddy that were on BT or like MTV, like we had the internet, but it wasn't like the accessibility wasn't there.
But also, I think it's the world is more about authenticity, right? And it's like, back in the days, it was kind of like, oh, once you hit a certain age, you have to dress like this.
Yeah, start wearing sweater vests.
Exactly.
Cliff loves sweater vests.
I do.
Surprised they ain't got
I have
one on.
all the colors.
Cardigans
Yeah.
are dope. No,
I have all the
cardigans-
colors. All the
listen,
colors.
Cardigans are in style now, man. Like
Okay.
all the young boys are wearing
Thank
it.
you.
The young boys?
Yeah, all the young boys are wearing it.
For real? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what
But
they
it's
wear.
just it's, the authenticity
Yeah.
where it's like, you don't have to, because it's like people were wearing suits because it's like you're supposed to wear a shirt and a tie. Now you can still be comfortable and be yourself as long as you're bringing value with whatever you're doing. That's all that matters.
Quick question
that was a
for you,
quotable,
Frank.
Cliff. Clip that.
But I have it is. We'll mark that. But a question I have for you, right, is that when I used to go out,
and when you used to go out, that was like
that was it. That was the period.
That was
I would go
BC.
there. I went to the beat. Well, BC, not
You get
BC.
it.
I get it.
Nah,
I get it. But
this is when you used to wear the
but I'm
Moses
gonna flip
sandals.
it. I'm gonna flip it.
They had to cross
I'm
the
talking
rivers
about Boston
to get
college
to the
days,
club?
baby.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Real P. You know what I'm saying? He used to be at the parties. But my question to you is, right, so we have today, everybody has access, like Dave mentioned, the internet.
Yeah.
Back in my time, there was a period in which you wore Sean John, and then it went to some other brand.
Yeah.
And then when you got older, as you said, you went like, and I'm gonna date myself, like Pierre Cardin was the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now,
He's from Canada.
I am from Canada. Don't hate.
I never heard of that.
That was the shit, though.
It was.
Cardin.
He don't know. He don't know.
You used to
But
wear that with some Brute cologne?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you
Dracar
finish your
Noir,
story.
baby,
Oh my God.
or Cool Water.
Oh damn.
No, but listen. So my question to you is: with the change of this generation, everybody's being their own creatives, which is dope. And those big brands like the Sean Johns, the other brands, like they don't necessarily matter anymore. Where before, if you came out, and I'll just use your shirt right now, with like, what's it, real Bostonian? What the hell is that? What kind of bootleg stuff? And they'll make fun of you or whatever. Well, right now they're like, yo, this is fire.
Exactly.
Where do you think that comes from? Because I saw that got accelerated with COVID. Like COVID really accelerated that process.
Definitely, that was a great point. So with COVID, it gave a lot of people an opportunity to become more creative, right? Because you didn't have you were probably at home, even if you had a job, you're working from home. You just had more time, so a lot of people just kind of like tapped into their creative side.
Yep.
And you just started seeing like podcasts and all these visual artists and people who do fashion and so forth, and people just took advantage of the opportunity.
Yep.
And you just see it, like where you see like something like Earn Your Leisure that blew up because of COVID. And I think that's that was a great point that you made. So for myself, that's was my story, right? It's like I got back into fashion because of COVID. I had more time, and then I was able to just tap into my passion and just make it happen.
So is Alibaba like one of your like plugs? Because like I thought I was the only one using it, right? And I'll never forget Alibaba.
Yeah, Alibaba.
Yo, you get stuff. I get my stuff from Pakistan and
So Alibaba is a platform that you can use it to basically buy products, wholesale.
Okay.
Right? And it's coming from China and
I see
Pakistan. So
we should probably cut this out so we don't give our things out.
No, it's all good. It's all good. And I think that's another thing that's great about these times. That's different than back in the days. Is there's more collaboration, right? And I think people realize, and this is something that I learned, is once you collaborate with people and share ideas, it's gonna come back to you.
Yep.
You know, a lot of times people think like, "Oh, I got this information, I got to hold on to it," and you know, like they say, 1 + 1 = 2, but with synergy, 1 + 1 = 3. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like you do want to share ideas because it's gonna come back to you. It might not come back to you directly from the person that you're working with, but it's the atmosphere is gonna bring it back. You know what I mean?
All right, so now we're gonna transition a little bit, and I mean, since we talk about style, fall is upon us.
Yeah.
Some people think that this is the great season because it's not too cold, it's not too warm, but you can start to layer up a little bit and start, mixing in some fashion choices. So let's talk about trends for fall fashion. Since we got my man, the most flyest in the room right now, the flyest period. Talk about some fall fashion do's, some trends, some don'ts.
So again, I would say there are no do's and don'ts, right?
None?
Nah, there's not.
Like a see-through shirt with nipples, your nipples cut out?
And listen, if you know how to freak it and that's what you want to do, then then you lit, I don't know. And a lot of times with fashion, honestly, somebody else might wear this outfit that I got on right now. Yeah. And if they're not confident, it's gonna show, and people are like, "Oh, that dude looks whack," and he's gonna, he's probably gonna feel whack.
Yeah.
But if you walk in there confidently, people are gonna feel your energy and be like, even if they don't mess with it, they might be like, "Yo, that looks kind of lit." Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what. So it's
walk through see-through shirt with your nipples out, Cliff. Just be confident when you rock it.
I don't. That's all.
Hey, I got them here. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not showing them. It's breast cancer.
This is a family show.
Oh, yeah. So fall fashion is the best, just because. With fashion, it's all about accessories and layers, So now you can wear a t-shirt with a cardigan, with, a fly jacket. You can wear a hat, a scarf with it, and again, accessorize. You could have.
So what are some of your starter pack for fall fashion? I'm a dude. I'm not too stylish. Like maybe I just, go to work, but I'm trying to maybe date. I'm not trying to date. Don't, my girl gonna see this, try to kill me. But you're trying to just go out there, maybe just get a new little wardrobe. What are some things that I need to get to start this fall fashion starter pack?
I would say you should get turtlenecks.
Turtlenecks?
Yeah.
That's back in. Okay. Steve Jobs?
Some light turtlenecks.
Okay. So not like the all black.
A white, probably like a beige, a cream.
Those crew necks don't work no more?
The crew necks?
Yeah, they're like semi.
You talking about like a mock neck?
Is that what it's called? It's like a halfway turtleneck.
Ain't no such thing as halfway crook, bro. So
okay.
If you're gonna go turtleneck, go full turtleneck.
Okay.
Don't say mock neck. You don't like mock necks?
No, I'm just saying. Is that what you're referring to?
He don't.
I got beef with mocks. Mock necks.
What's your beef?
No. Listen. The funny thing is, right, Cliff? He has on a mock neck T-shirt right now.
Is that what that is?
That is a mock neck.
Okay. Cliff is talking about a half neck.
Yeah. No, I don't really mess with those either.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Like that's a mock neck. Mock neck is when the neck of the T-shirt it's a little thicker.
Okay.
And it's tighter around the neck.
See what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? You learn something new every day. Yeah, I just learned that.
So thank God I'm married. Right now. That's in style.
So what? All right. So I got my turtlenecks, multiple colors. Next, I need some corduroys.
Corduroys is stylish. I like corduroys.
I was joking. That's really a thing. Corduroys
I can rock. Yeah, so maybe like some burgundy corduroys.
Okay, damn.
What's on the feet? What's the feet pieces to go with corduroys?
What am I rocking?
It all depends. You might wear some fly sneakers. For me right now, I like all white sneakers.
Okay.
You could have some fly like fall boots.
Now, should you gravitate? You talked about the white. Most dudes is just gonna gravitate to the all white ones.
Yeah, you can wear all white ones. You could wear, like I have Pumas on. Again, it's all about what you like, and you can't get caught up in like what is everybody else wearing.
Yeah,
like who wants to look like everybody? I don't.
I feel you.
So style and again for yourself, you want to stand out. You want when you walk into a room, you want people to be like, "Yo, who is that? I need to meet that person."
And definitely, if you walk in with a shirt with your nipples out, people going to like,
all right, Dave, I'll put him away. Man, I got the message. I got the message.
Who told him he could wear that? This man right here said he could wear that.
It sounds like you have a fantasy with wearing that shirt.
Yeah.
Bro, this is my show, and I'm definitely going to edit that out. Because I'm not letting y'all know about my fantasy. Okay? There, but.
Yeah, so again, like you could wear it. So fall, you're wearing cardigans.
Yep.
You're wearing, again, turtlenecks, sweaters.
Yeah.
And again, you want to throw in a little splash of color.
All right,
so you
all
don't
right.
want all just grays. You might have gray and throw in a little, orange, to with maybe like an orange, what is it? Scarf, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about, since we talk about fall fashions, things that people should do, what are some trends or fashion style choices that you think should never come back?
Never come back.
There got to be a couple. I know you say fashion.
I don't like Uggs, man. I'm not a big fan of Uggs.
Damn, girls everywhere are hating you right now.
Nah, during the wintertime, they look horrible when the snow catches in the snow.
I don't like that. And I think maybe
when the salt catch on them.
Yeah, I think maybe.
What about when they kind of look like they kind of be like leaning?
Yeah,
like when your Uggs is soggy.
No, or it got the little stain.
Oh,
the little stain.
The stains is whack. But what if they bear claws and they ain't even official Uggs?
Yeah, damn.
And they soggy.
Yeah.
And they leaning.
All right, nothing against the brand, but the Uggs is just
so you tired of that?
That style is kind of tired.
Tom Brady wears Uggs.
Yeah, what you trying to say? Damn, my man Brady.
Shout out to Brady. He's
all right, so he can wear Uggs. All right, Uggs. Let's dive a little bit deeper. Oversized white tees. You think that'll ever come back? 4X white tees.
Those are coming back. Those are coming back. So the thing is,
look at Kanye.
Right now, oversized is back in style.
Yeah.
So oversized pants, oversized t-shirts. But the thing about the oversized now is it's a little boxier and it's not long.
Yeah.
It's actually a little crop. So it's not crop where it's showing your stomach.
Yeah.
But it's crop where it's coming a little past your waist. Nothing too long. It's not long.
It's not down to my ankles.
So crop shirts is in style for men.
Damn. All right. Cliff?
I think that I'm okay. I told you.
Hey.
Nah, that stuff is fly though,
Crop shirts for men?
Yeah.
Like with your belly right now?
This is a little crop, but it's
not crop with your belly showing.
Yeah, definitely not.
No belly.
I'm not co-signing that.
Okay, good.
So with him saying no belly, can we confirm that Dave will never show his belly on Instagram again?
What?
Does he do that?
Can we
I'm
stop
definitely showing next summer.
Oh yeah, he is on that.
I mean, what are you talking about? That sounds like a lot of hate.
It is hate.
I mean, you know who told me that health is wealth? Who told me health is wealth?
Oh,
this man's father.
Yeah,
over here.
But shout outs to Dr. Bonet, High Park Health Associates.
Shout out to Dave, man, because Dave, he went into the lab and he came out looking like a cyborg.
He did.
He said death of the dad bod. I definitely appreciate it. It's real.
Bod.
Yeah, it's real. It's real.
You better copy that because he'll be using that tonight.
No, it's real inspiration. And then he's still going heavy with his hairline, so I like that.
Thank you. Shout out to my hairline and to death to the dad bods everywhere. All right, so we got some fashion fall choices that that you said would die. Uggs, crop shirts that show men's belly. We ain't bringing that out. Jerseys.
Jerseys are coming back, but it's different again. It's not the oversized jersey that's coming down to your knees.
Okay.
It's cropped. So
it's cropped
oversized but cropped. Yeah.
All right.
So do you think the European style is having an effect on what Americans doing?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Let's define what European, like just in general or something specific European.
So the European style right now, and it's coming to America, but it's probably going to come to America heavy in about like a year or two. But right now what's in for pants, it took a while for us, right, as men to get used to wearing the tighter pants, right? That's not in anymore. Tighter pants are not in anymore. Now it's wide leg.
No, where did you find this information? Because nobody told me.
Yeah. Well,
did I miss this on Instagram?
You missed it. You'll
the Shade
see it.
Room?
You gotta just look at my Instagram.
Damn.
Let's say your Instagram. Well, Dave will take care of that on the lower third.
After. So baggy jeans is back.
Baggy jeans, wide leg pants.
Bro, I just threw all my wide legs away.
Yeah, so wide legs are
like 10 years ago.
Flared.
So
and when I say flared, that's bell bottoms.
Kind of like what you rocking right here.
So these are actually stacked. So these are flared but stacked. So that's why it's so long.
Bro, Cliff, we learning a lot today, bro.
Bell bottoms are in. So like I'm talking about the picture like the Jackson 5.
Oh my God. On a dude?
Those pants.
Wow,
oh, yeah, it's definitely for men.
Now this makes sense, bro. Now I understand why Klarna and all these different forms of payment things are coming back. Because we're not going to be able to afford to keep up with these styles.
Damn, bro. Well, I mean, you still shop at Bradley, so you're
all day, every day.
You're good.
You got to go to Mansfield.
Well, honestly, the reason why those things are coming out is just because, remember back in the days, you used to do, what was it called?
QVC. That's how
when you would pay it.
The Rush card.
No, when you would go
the Master P credit card.
When you would put the down payment down.
Layaway.
So layaway came back.
Damn, that went away.
Yeah. But this is layaway and you can use.
I had something on layaway for like 15 years now.
They just changed the technology.
I'm still trying to get my
Sega Genesis. Days when you had it on layaway, you couldn't get it until you paid it all off.
Yeah.
Now you're paying for it. It's on layaway.
But you're using it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can use it.
Damn, I still got a PS1 on layaway right now. Shout out to Woolworth.
Woolworth.
Yeah,
but in fashion in general, it's always been dictated by like the Europeans.
Damn. So what do they know that we don't know?
Everything.
Again, right? It's like with setting trends. It's
it's just kind of where it starts.
Who's setting it? And I mean, again, it's like that's where fashion is set. Like that's where all the fashion designers are and so forth. Like when Kanye got into fashion, that's where he went. He went to Paris. Virgil Abloh, that's where he went. Paris. They all went there, and then they came back.
I don't want to hold you hostage too much longer, but I really want to thank you for coming out and sharing your story with us, man. Obviously, I've known you forever. Always been a solid dude. Always paid me at the club. You know what I'm saying? Never like hid behind the wall.
And for my photos.
You know what I'm saying? and for her photos. So I appreciate that. You was never a janky promoter.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. But no, honestly, I just want to thank you for coming out. Shout out to KJ for pulling up to our first ever show, our first ever proper show on right here on the Clearance Rock podcast. One of many, but on the way out, let's just tell everybody where they can get the hats, man, and keep up with you as a person in the brand.
Okay, word. So again, I want to say thank you to you and Cliff for having me. Really appreciate it for you guys lending me your platform. I mean, even though it's not lit yet, but
we did. They just don't know.
Did he just disrespect?
Yeah, he did. My mom was watching today too.
Damn it. We got 2 viewers.
Yo, in the studio, real talk. The studio's official. Like it's beautiful.
Say a lot.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. But
let's show the hats while you're thinking, man. They're right there.
The hats, Pretty Ugly. This is the first line. It's gonna come out with a lot of different colors right now. These are the 4 colorways. And you can check us out prettyugly.com. So PRITTYUGLY.com. Right now I'm actually even until Friday. I don't know when this is gonna drop, but we're doing a promo, a BOGO. So buy one get one free. So check that out. And I'm gonna be all around the city at different places where you can get streetwear gear.
Definitely, man. You heard the man. Shout out to KJ. Shout out to Pritty Ugly. Right. I mean, listen, it's a local brand. It's it started here, obviously. It's not local.
Let's call them home team.
It's based in Boston.
It's Boston based. It's black owned. It's clearly fashion forward. Yeah. So make sure you check out everything he got going on, but especially these trucker hats right now. The holidays is coming up. Get one for you. I have actually got the green one right here, slime green. Yeah, we call it. I got the slime green one. I'm definitely gonna steal one of these other ones where he go to dap up Cliff. I'm definitely switching this one for one of those. But definitely make sure you check out him and everything and go support. Thank you for joining us. My name is David H. and my man behind the boards is the Cliff Notes P.
Yeah,
here at the Cliff Notes Studio. And it's going down, man. And I thank you for joining us. And we'll be back next week with another guest or me just talking more trash right here on the Clearance Rack podcast. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Peace.